If I decided to skip college and put all that money into investments or a business, I'd be really rich right now. What's going on? It's your boy, Louis Fa Sho. You know how we do. Before we get into today's topic, this is the fitness channel. So I gotta show you what I eat. Alright guys, so check this out. This is one of my favorite desserts to eat. So on the bottom right here, you might be wondering, is that Jello pudding? Old school. No, it's not Jello, it's Greek yogurt. You guys know how I always talk about Greek yogurt being a sour cream alternative? You know, for extra protein, but you can also use it as a dessert. And you might be wondering, well, why is it brown? And that's because for extra protein, I put a scoop of extra protein. So I like vegan, not whey. Even though I'm not vegan, I prefer vegan protein. I heard it's easier on the stomach, right? Plus whey, I heard it's dairy, so I just decided to skip it altogether because dairy breaks me out. And if it doesn't break you out, I hate you. All right, next on top of that, I have some frozen berries. We got frozen strawberries, frozen blueberries, and frozen blackberries, or raspberries. And this on top of this is new. I never had this before. It's dried mangoes. You guys know I've been a huge fan of dried fruits lately. Just make sure when you pick it up, look at the ingredients, not just the macros like my old self, and make sure it's just that ingredient. Some of them add extra sugar and stuff, and you don't want that, especially if you're like me, you break out. Just a tip. And drizzle on top of it, you can see right there, is some raw honey, you know, for our immune system. So like I said, a quick, delicious dessert, especially if you have a sweet tooth like me. I'm a huge fan of sour candy, sour gummy worms, all that good stuff. But unfortunately, I care about the qualities of foods these days, not just the quantity, or not the quantity, how you say it. Like I care about the stuff I put in my body, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, guys, let's dig in. First, let me try this dried mango. I never had this before. I'm a huge fan of mangoes, like the regular ones. I'm also a huge fan of mango flavored anything like candy, chapstick, you know? So this is a closer look. It has a little bit of raw honey on it, but not too much. It's a little chewy. It's like I'm chewing on some like mango gum. Does that make sense? Good, but chewy. Before we get into today's topic, this is what we got. Let's get a little bit of everything, you know what I'm saying? All right, cameraman, close up. So we got everything on one. Let's do this. Guys, this is so good. You got the chocolate Greek yogurt. You got all the fruits for the sweetness, the honey, the dried fruit. What a winning combination. So for today's topic, why I think college is a scam. And guys, if you guys are watching and in college or finished, just know I'm speaking from my experience, my friends' experiences, my family's experiences, and like today's society, right? And what I see. If you disagree with me later, leave a comment and tell me why. But the reason why I think college is a scam is because growing up, we were taught in our brains that only successful people went to college, right? If you didn't go to college, you were a loser. You know what I'm saying? Especially in like an Asian household. And like, if you went to college, you were guaranteed a job once you finished. But in my opinion, I don't think that's the case, especially in today's society. So a little bit about me and my background. I was a double major. I majored in theater arts and also business marketing. And the reason why I feel like college is a scam is because what I just said. I thought because I had 2 degrees that I was gonna instantly find a job right outside of college, right? Like I could just apply somewhere and get hired right away. And the reason why I was a double major, I took theater arts because it was fun. I like to act, I like to be on camera like I am right now. But I knew deep down, after graduation, I didn't want to move to Hollywood. I didn't want to work for a theater production company in San Francisco, none of that stuff, right? I just wanted to be a goofball. So with that being said, I felt that, okay, I was gonna get like a corporate job somewhere, you know, something chill in the office. Let me do business. However, once I graduated, one of my friends that I was close with, he's like, so Louis, what are you gonna do now? And I said, well, I graduated in marketing, so I'll probably get a job in that field. And guess what happened? He laughed right in my face. Can you believe that? So I looked at him like, what's so funny? And he's like, yo, Louis, no one really gets a job in what they major in. And I was thinking like, nobody? Then what was the point of going to college? And from right there, it really got me thinking, what was the point? I thought the point was to go to college, get an education in that field, whatever field it is, and find a job in that field, right? Isn't that how college works? Well, technically, he was right. Because all the marketing jobs I was applying for wanted somebody with marketing skills. So then I was like, hey, how can I get marketing skills if no one wants to hire me? Come on, education system. Now, you might be wondering, do I regret going to college knowing what I know now? Yes and no. I regret it because of the things I told you. it didn't guarantee me a job outside of college. However, I made some really great memories and a lot of great friends, mainly because I partied a lot. But like career-wise, knowing what I know now, 1,000% I would skip college. Or I would have done this. One of my cousins, while he was in college, internshiped for like a tech company during the summers, right? And they liked him so much that once he graduated, they gave him a full-time job. So that's one thing I would have done differently. Because during my summers, all I wanted to do was hang out with my friends, go online on AIM, talk to my online crush, you know what I'm saying? Sorry. But yeah, it was like such a waste of time where I was like, oh man, if I'd known what I know now, I've definitely got an internship. Now some of you guys might be thinking, oh, do you need an internship to get a job? No, you don't have to. You can always know somebody. I'm just saying like, it's a lot easier with real life experience. So you take my cousin, right? An internship, real life experience, and then me, a piece of paper. Picture this, right? Let's say you go to an interview and they look at my resume. So tell me about this Econ 101 class you took. I noticed you got a B minus. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Come on, guys. Who's gonna hire you off that? Versus my cousin, I got an internship. Oh, what did you do at the internship? Oh, I got real life experience, hands-on. I did yada yada. You guys know what I'm saying? So that was one thing I would do if I could go back in time. Also invest in Bitcoin. Sorry. So if you are considering college, one thing I did do that I don't regret, that I thought I was gonna regret at the time, was start at a community college. And the reason why is because when I started at community college, the tuition was way cheaper. I saved money by living at home. And on top of that, telling an 18-year-old, so what do you want to do for the rest of your life? Like, that's a lot of pressure. Am I right, guys? So I highly recommend community college first. Don't think you're like not cool or not, you're too dumb or not smart enough to go to a university straight out of high school. You know what I think is dumb? Overspending on tuition. Another thing you should do to save money is also apply for financial aid. Like if you meet the requirements, you pretty much get college paid for. So that's really good. And then if you're one of the smart people, apply for like, what is it called? Scholarships. Yeah, smart people stuff. See, I didn't know any of this stuff, so I never applied. But I heard there's like scholarships for like anything and everything. I don't know how it is now, but I think it's gone up. And that's tuition, right? Like tuition's gone up, but has your education got better? Does colleges guarantee you jobs? You know, once you graduate? No, right? You might be wondering, then why do colleges get so expensive? And it's because they keep opening up more campuses. They have all these students applying, trying to get in. And again, like I said, like it's so overpopulated, overcrowded. And then once you finish college, you guys are all kind of competing for the same jobs. And what happens, right? Like some people will get it, but majority of you guys will not. So you might be thinking, right? So I shouldn't go to college at all? Again, up to you. This is my point of view. Colleges has a lot of fun extracurriculars, right? You can join a frat, you can join a bunch of clubs, lots of sports, activities. But I feel like career-wise, all that's kind of unnecessary. So if you are gonna go the college route, my recommendation is find a major that guarantees you a job outside once you finish. And don't get offended because, again, I'm on the other side, but you should be either like an accountant, because you need school for that, a doctor, a lawyer, right? You need to go to school, an engineer, right? A coder. I think coders, well, no, coders have boot camps these days. But for someone like me, like theater, if I could be honest, it was fun. I had a lot of memories, great friends. If you guys are watching, what's up? But like, what did that exactly set me up for? You know what I'm saying? Especially if my goals wasn't to work in Hollywood, or even then, check this out. Let's say I want to be an actor, right? Do you go to an audition, give them your resume and be like, yo, like, I went to this university, I did theater background. Like, no, like, get out of here. They audition you based on your looks, your skills, how you carry yourself, wherever, right? Has nothing to do with your degree. Am I right, guys, or am I right? Come on. These dry mangoes are good. It's like candy. And I want to give you another story. And again, my videos are not here to offend nobody. It's just my experiences, my friends' experiences. But one of my close friends, she went to like a prestige, as I say, a prestigious university. So it's like a very respected school, right? However, so I remember one time we were in San Francisco at a bar downtown, or I don't know where we were at. It was a Halloween party. We were all dressed up. Some live band was there. And this dude approached her, trying to hit on her, of course, right? And what do you say, right? Hey, how are you? What's your name? Where are you from? And keep in mind, we're still in school. So the next question is, what school do you go to? She said her school. Oh, wow. Me too. Sorry, guys. I was right next to her. I was eavesdropping. So what's the next question, right? So what's your major? And she says, and I hope she's not watching, she says English literature. And I remember the guy kind of like looking at her like, what do you want to do after you graduate? Like, what's the plan? And I remember she gave him this look like she was mad or offended. And at the time, I was kind of like, well, that's kind of a legit question. Like, what do you want to do with that after you graduate? You know, like, why are you getting mad at him for just asking a simple question? But I could kind of tell, like, it bothered her a little bit. Maybe because she didn't know what she wanted to do after she graduated. But again, it's like one of those majors that's like, it doesn't really set you up for success career-wise. So my opposition, how you say it, proposition to universities is this. I understand you're there to make college fun, make memories, all that good stuff, but you shouldn't have kids in majors you know they're not going to excel in after they graduate, right? And if they want to do that, have that as a minor or a double major like me. Because I personally feel that when you go to college and you major in, I don't know, Asian American studies, like, come on guys, let's be real, like, what is that? Huh? Am I right? Unless you want to be like a Asian American history teacher. I don't see. You guys see what I'm saying? Like, come on. I know you guys know what I'm saying. So it should be like a very credible major to set them up for a job. And to be honest, guys, like I said, if it's not accounting or finance, I think the other business majors are complete BS. Again, I was in marketing, didn't get a marketing job. What else was there? Marketing, finance, accounting. I don't know. It's been so long, guys. So that's my thing, right, guys? Like, if you want to have fun, you want to party, do that. Like, have a separate program for that. You know what I'm saying? If you want like real experience, real degrees, they should have a separate program for that. But overall, I also think, going back to my previous example, it should be a requirement in order to graduate. You need to take at least 1 or 2 internships every summer. Because with that, at least that will set them up for real life experiences before they graduate. But I also get it, like, with this economy, there's not a lot of internships available. So again, guys, it's very hard, you know? So guys, with that, you might be wondering, so what's your suggestion then, if not college? Well, one of my suggestions is go to a trade school. Hey, relax. There's nothing wrong with a trade school, and let me tell you why. Yes, it is hard labor, I totally get it. We want like a nice, cushy office job with AC. Again, I get it. But if you think it's because they don't make a lot of money, I'm gonna prove you wrong. Guys, construction workers make bank. Plumbers, okay, think about this. If my toilet is clogged up, which it has been, no to your mind. The last thing I want to do is call a plumber. Like, I'm going to figure it out as best as I can, and if all else fails, then I'll call one. Because plumbers charge an arm and a leg. Because what other choice do you have? When you gotta go, am I right? So let's say my toilet's clogged, I can't do nothing about it. I call a plumber, he's going to charge like $500-$600 for like a 5-10 minute job. Because he has all the tools and stuff. And what are you going to do? Say no? Then you're going to have to drive down your local Target or your local gym just to use the restroom. And you want to do that, right? So that's one thing I recommend is go to trade school if you don't mind the hard labor, because there is money involved. Oh, not only money, tuition is 10 times less than college, I think. Don't quote me on that. I know it's a lot less than college. I just don't know how much less. But I heard it's like a lot less. Or another option is B. What I sort of did after I finished, there's a lot of online courses these days. A lot of YouTube tutorials. Stuff I didn't have back then when I graduated. Or I had it, but it wasn't as popular. There wasn't a lot of information as there is today. Guys, I learned everything from my business, how to video edit, how to whatever, right? Through YouTube and through courses like Udemy. You guys know Udemy? Or Skillshare. You guys know Skillshare? I don't have a discount code or anything, but yeah. I think it's like a monthly subscription fee, or you can do the yearly plan, save money. But yeah, there's courses on anything these days. You can just learn. And like I said, companies care about real life experiences. How I got my last marketing job at a tech startup company. It wasn't through college, right, guys? Even though I have a marketing degree, my old boss wasn't like, so tell me more about this finance class you took. I know you got a C minus. Can you tell me more about like what happened there? No. What I did was take a Udemy course on digital marketing, build my own website, go to BRINGTHESHREDS.com for all your fitness needs, create this YouTube channel, create an Instagram page, an email list, and I showed it to him. And he's like, wow, you did all this by yourself? I said, yeah, I did. He's like, wow, we could use a guy like you. And I said, oh, for sure. You know how we do. So guys, to end this video, because the lawn mowing guy is mowing and I don't want this to be in the background, I might edit it out because I know how to edit background noise now. YouTube, baby. If you decide to go to college, go to community college first. Apply for financial aid if you qualify. Look for scholarships. Try to avoid getting into debt. A lot of people get into debt from like taking out major loans. Pick a major that's going to guarantee you a job once you graduate. Do internships, even if it's free. Some of you kids are like, oh, I'm not going to do internship if they don't pay me. Fellas, ladies, the experience is worth its gold. You'll get paid, all right, guys? Just not then. But with the experience, it's going to get you way further than somebody that doesn't have experience. And if you decide not to go to college, go to a trade school. Again, these plumbers, these electricians, they charge bank. Or go my route, download a course, or learn from YouTube.